You ever seen two dolls do it in a movie? Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Davey Deathray here, back with another movie review. This time we're taking a look at Bride of Chucky from 1998. Now this one comes in as a Patreon request from our great community member, Antonis Andriotis. Really appreciate you being part of the family here, Antonis, and I extra appreciate your patience. I know this one took a while to put together, but I'm really excited, so let's get into it. Real quick before we get going, please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on Bride of Chucky, and while you're at it, tell me how you feel about the Child's Play franchise on a whole. How do you rank the series? Which is your favorite? Which is your least favorite? Are you a fan of the TV show? I don't know. I find it so fascinating to hear what you guys think, so let me know in the comments below. You know, this movie came along at an interesting time in horror. The heyday of the 80s slasher had long since waned, and the 90s were sort of this mishmash, didn't really know which direction we were going until Scream sort of brought things back, ushered in that whole meta feel, and just a newer, slicker overall feel for slashers in general. So along comes Bride of Chucky in 1998, 7 years after Child's Play 3, which is a pretty big gap, and this movie serves as a revitalization or essentially a reboot of the series. We get brand new characters, and at the time we didn't know we'd be looping back to the characters we knew from the beginning, so this felt like a totally new trajectory, you know, a different style for Chucky. He's way more in your face. That meta approach that they took from Wes Craven's New Nightmare is certainly apparent here, and we get that late 90s, early 2000s slickness that director Ronnie Yu is so well known for. You've also got that heavy metal soundtrack and, let's be honest, a little bit of pop metal in there as well. Definitely makes this movie feel like something of its time, which could be a detraction, I think, depending on where you stand on that genre of music. But I also feel like this movie is a breath of fresh air and really easy to watch. I'd say the biggest strength here is that original creator Don Mancini wrote the film, and so it stays true to what Chucky is at its core and really has a fun time playing around with everything else. Jennifer Tilly absolutely knocks it out of the park here as Chucky's longtime girlfriend Tiffany, and it's funny, you know, we never heard of her before. But we do get this great opening shot where there's an evidence locker filled with all of the memorabilia and paraphernalia from all of the slashers that we know and love so much, and then the camera settles in on a garbage bag that is perfectly Chucky-sized. And speaking of Chucky, I mean, I know it goes without saying, but Brad Dourif is absolutely amazing here. He just embodies what Chucky is. And in this film, I think he's the most comfortable he's ever been. You know, we've taken Chucky all over the place and he just lets it fly. So Tiffany is hell-bent on bringing Chucky back. I mean, we're talking pentagrams, lit candles, spells, all that kind of fun stuff. She wants her man back in a bad way. And what better way to light a fire under a doll's ass than to start dating some wannabe serial killer goth loser type? Now, Chucky doesn't seem too pleased that Tiffany is in her earthly body still and he's stuck in this haggard ass stitched together doll. So, you know, like any good boyfriend, he drops a TV in the tub while she's taking a bath. And this is the perfect opportunity to shout out a voodoo spell, put her soul in the body of a doll, then find an unwitting couple that you can transport your souls to later on down the line. Simple as that. And while all of this is going on, you've got Katherine Heigl's character Jade, who just wants to sneak off with her no-good boyfriend, and she's got to lie to her uncle, who's also the police chief, played here by John Ritter, who does a really great job. Now, before you know it, these two stories converge, and it's like two different road trip movies that meet each other at an intersection and then take the rest of the way. So think one part Bonnie and Clyde, one part Dumb and Dumber. Jade and her boyfriend Jesse get stopped by the police mere blocks away from her house, but they're able to escape with a little help from Chucky, who tags along with Tiffany as they all check into the Love Motel. Now there's this shyster couple, this thief duo that's at the motel as well. They steal Jesse's wallet. Tiffany doesn't take too kindly to that, and so she shatters the lovemaking mirror above the bed, sending tons of shards of glass down in what is one of the best kills in the entire franchise. Tiffany's act of violence really does it for Chucky, who proposes marriage to her, and then we get a doll-on-doll love scene. Whew. One of the odder moments of the film, admittedly. Now from here we get the whole mix-up where everyone thinks Jade and Jesse are the killers when it's really Chucky and Tiffany. Why would anyone believe that a couple of dolls are killing people, even though that's something that's happened in this universe? But then as the movie moves on, it culminates in your traditional kind of Child's Play climax, where there's a battle scene and at the same time a soul transference scene. But this time around, Tiffany has a change of heart. She realizes she doesn't want to hurt Jade and Jesse, and her and Chucky get into a brutal battle. The cops show up and help save the day, and then Tiffany gives birth. Yeah, there is a baby doll that then attacks the policeman before this movie ends, and that leads into the next film, which, ooh, the less said about that one, the better, right? One thing I will say about our main human characters here, Jade, Jesse, and David, is they're okay. I mean, the performances aren't great, the performances aren't bad, nothing really memorable here other than David's amazing kill. But you know, you're here for Chucky and Tiffany, and they are incredible. You've got some great kills like the homage to Pinhead from Hellraiser with John Ritter. That one's a favorite of mine. And this movie has one of the most what the hell did I just see kills, where David, who is Jesse and Jade's friend, thinks that they're responsible for all of these murders, and he walks right out into the middle of traffic and is completely destroyed by a semi-truck. It is wild. That's gonna wrap it up for my thoughts on Bride of Chucky. A really fun entry in the franchise that breathes some new life into the series, and you know, good or bad as far as where the series went from here, this movie is a really good time. I can certainly see why this film is a fan favorite in the franchise. I really like that they took things in a new direction, didn't feel the need to rehash anything, and we got a brand new version of Chucky. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. We have all sorts of fun stuff going on here at the channel all the time. I'm going live multiple times a week, so throw us a sub and take that journey with us. Until next time, I've been and will continue being Davey Deathray. Take care.